Good morning and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Princeton High School class of 2021. At this time, would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, be seated, please. Welcome, everyone, and at this time, I'm going to call up our president of the class of 2021, Akshay Adakalavan.
Hello, and welcome to PHS on June 23rd, our graduation day. I do have a lot I would like to say. Now, you may have asked yourself, was that a rhyme? Why, yes it was, you friends of mine. But before we commence, a hearty congratulations to all. Class of 2021, it has truly been a ball. Firstly, thank you admin, principals, teachers, and staff. Of our progress, we owe you half. Another half goes to our parents and family. They've played an instrumental part in who we've come to be. Lastly, give yourselves a pat on the back. You, seniors, kept yourselves on track. Now, it means a lot to be together today, because at some points this year, we thought, no way. We tried to remain optimistic, but this pandemic seemed almost sadistic. It was extremely difficult for some of us, and it made so many want to cuss. But I must say that I had some fun, and I am truly lucky, because after graduating college, my brother came home in this time that was yucky. We played board games, and while many I did lose, spending quality family time helped keep away the blues. Now, I hope you had some sunshine in this darkness, but I wish us all well in the future regardless. We focused on the positives to help us adapt, a key skill we honed as on our door, obstacles wrapped. Senior sunrise, senior assassins, prom, and trivia galore were great opportunities for students to connect more. 4 years of strong community. What else to expect? Then students doing their best through Zoom or other to connect. Peer group, teen pep, music groups, and clubs. We built friendships through interests that we loved. Now, let us go on into future endeavors while still continuing our current interests wherever. Try new things, but keep doing what makes you happy. and never lose your childlike wonder, although that may sound sappy. Now, there is so much I want to convey, but I will leave you with one parting thought today. I've cherished my time with all of you. However, I must admit, I can't wait for college too. For that is where we continue our odyssey, while students cringing at the mention isn't an oddity. It was a story representative of our lives. Obstacles can be conquered if you strategize. Hard work and planning will get you through, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't take leaps of faith too. Now, I better go before I start crying, for if I said I wouldn't miss all of you, then I'd be lying. Thank you for the love and support, you memorable crew. I bid you farewell. Adieu, adieu.
Thank you, Akshay. At this time, I would like to call up our a cappella group, Around 8, to perform a number.
This is an alto. Tenor soprano. Out on our own, dreaming in a world that we both know is out of our control. But if it hits the fan, we're not alone. 'Cause you've got me and you know that I've got you and I know. If the tide takes California, I'm so glad I got to know ya. And if the sky falls from heaven above, oh, I know I had the best time falling into love. We've been living on a fault line, and for a while you were all mine. I'd spend a lifetime giving you my heart. I swear that I'll be yours forever till forever falls apart. Till forever falls apart.
So this is it. This is how it ends. I guess there's nothing more romantic than dying with your friend.
And I'm not sorry for myself.
I wouldn't wanna spend a minute loving anybody else. 'Cause you've got me and you know that I've got you and I know. If the tide takes California, I'm so glad I got to hold ya. And if the sky falls from heaven above, oh, I know I had the best time falling into love. We've been living on a fog line, and for a while you were all mine. I spent a lifetime giving you my heart. I swear that I'd be yours forever till forever falls apart.
till forever falls apart. We never had it from the start, till death do us part. If the tide takes California, I'm so glad I got to know ya. And if the sky falls from heaven above, oh, I know I had the best time falling into love. We've been living on a fault line, and for a while you were all mine. I spent a lifetime giving you my heart. I swear that I'll love you as forever till forever falls apart.
Great, thank you, around 8. Up next will be our senior addresses. 4 seniors were voted in to speak on the themes of community, achievement, future, and spirit. First, speaking on community, we have Savannah Spring.
Thank you, Principal Warren, and good afternoon, faculty, administrators, parents, families, and the class of 2021, otherwise known as the first graduating class to start and finish their senior year amidst a pandemic. Whoa, yeah. I know none of us really wanted that title or to be the ones to set any sort of precedent, but I think it makes our class and our year even more special to talk about the topic of community. That word has filled our headlines for the past year with stories of people who have persisted, hurt together, and risen from challenges. And I think that our ability to rely on one another this year and come together was just a reflection of the ties and camaraderie that had already been built. So in order to think about what community means to me, and in the context of those last 4 years, I thought all the way back to the beginning of freshman year. You know, those simpler times of when The Office was still on Netflix, our TikTok addictions had yet to exist, and many of us were still humbled by the fact that we weren't that good looking. And as I thought about all those times and to now and where I found community, sure, what came to mind at first was the many clubs I've joined, the different groups of people I've eaten lunch with, or the different sports teams that I had absolutely no business being on. When we think of community, what often comes to mind are these textbook definition examples. But as I thought more about my time in high school and this past year, I realized that the moments when I truly felt a sense of community are with those who I didn't necessarily choose. Stick with me, because you all know what I'm talking about. It's those laughs that you had with your group at the lab tables in science class, maybe because you had no idea what you were supposed to be doing, or the amalgam of people that you band together with in English because you all didn't do too hot on that last timed writing. Or maybe it's the people you shared a bus with every morning and afternoon that you still say hi to in the hallways. Oh, and as for those athletic teams, sure, I felt a sense of community on the soccer team as a whole, but more so in the small group of girls that helped me to warm the JV bench. Nothing builds character like running the sidelines as a ball girl. But in all seriousness, I made some friends there that have lasted all 4 years of high school. And even in this past year, I've gotten to talk to people I haven't been able to in a while, make new friends remotely, and actually smile and laugh from talking through a Zoom call. From all this, I've learned that community isn't necessarily the people you may have chosen at first, but they're the people that make you feel like you are a part of something greater than yourself and make you feel seen in a world that can often make you feel small. As we receive our diplomas today, I hope you take it as a memento of the community that you've created here at PHS, with whomever it may be, but also as an invitation to find an even better one wherever you are on to next. Don't forget that community can often be found in places where we are least expecting it. And let us not let the communities we've already chosen blind us from ones we have yet to discover. So thank you to all my friends, teammates, classmates, co-leaders, and everyone in between for being my community. Thank you to the teachers, faculty, and staff at PHS who have fostered an environment in which community can be and has been created. And then quick shout out to my family. Thank you for all your love and support to make me who I am today. And thank God for bringing me through. Class, I want to leave you guys with one more thing. Once you feel like you have found your community or communities wherever you go next, if you one day find that the people within them no longer motivate, inspire, and challenge you to be the best version of yourself, I hope we all have the courage to find a new one. I say life gets hard, so the only thing the people around us should be doing is making it better. Because we really are all in this together. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Savannah. Next up, speaking on the topic of achievement, Chloe Ayers.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be speaking to you about achievement, which should be an extremely relevant, yet admittedly intimidating topic considering the abundance of talented students the class of 2021 holds. We're a class full of high achievers, constantly searching for the next challenge to overtake, and often unsatiated by the accolades of our past. I spent my years as an underclassman wrestler obsessing over who I could be, relying on wins to mask my lack of confidence, as I wandered through an unrewarding journey of attempting to create a nearly unattainable, idealistic version of myself. But unfortunately for me, and for us, winning isn't something we can control. You can devote your whole life to being on top and still have nothing to show for it. It's a difficult reality to face, and the prospect of my athletic career drifting into the graveyard of what could have been is a fear that held me back for a long time. Thinking back to one of my lowest moments as an athlete, I'm reminded of a national tournament my sophomore year. I'd come up short of achieving All-American status by one bout for 3 straight tournaments prior. This was my chance to break the cycle. Watching in terror as the clock hit 5 seconds, I rushed into a clumsy shot and a last-minute desperate attempt to reclaim the match. Just as my fingers reached my opponent's leg, a whistle of dread and unapologetic despondency sounded, signifying that the clock had run out. I allowed my body to become limp, laying my head on the mat, resting my chest on my knees. I became a ball of desolation. Sweat melted into the tiny cuts I'd collected through my face throughout the tournament, intensifying my sense of discomfort. My breathing felt heavier than it ever had, ribs pressing against my legs with each crackled inhale. Unready to face the world, I forcefully raised my heavy head and glanced at the scoreboard. 7-8. 1 point. 1 point separated me from becoming an All-American that day. 1 point defined the barrier between utter joy and complete desperation. Countless hours devoted to pushing myself till I could hardly stand to lose by a single point. I stared in envy at the girl standing across from me and wondered what she had done that I hadn't. The short answer I've now discovered is probably nothing. That day, she was a better athlete than I was, and she became an All-American and I didn't. Despite this harsh reality, that point doesn't say anything about who I am. We often allow ourselves to become engulfed in this obsession with reaching our goals. However, when you rely on wins to determine your self-worth, I'm sorry to say you'll find yourself in a constant state of dissatisfaction. Winning state titles and national tournaments, while admittedly exciting, doesn't contribute to a cause greater than yourself, and I've been astonished at the fleeting nature of the validation that these long-anticipated ventures hold. It is not these moments of success and our material accomplishments that define our value of people, but the effort we make to have a positive impact on our community and on the rest of the world. Accordingly, when I consider what my proudest accomplishments have been under the roof of Princeton High School, my mind shifts to moments adjacent to the spotlight, where I feel I'm making a difference to something bigger than myself. My mind shifts to the moment following my first state title when a 5-year-old girl bolted past security and into the wings of the arena, a pen and crumpled paper in hand, pleading for an autograph. Though a small gesture, she had a glimmer in her eye and an elated spirit that signaled her hope for an athletic future of her own as a wrestler. When I was her age, I hadn't had that same glimmer. In fact, wrestling didn't even seem like an option for me, and yet here I was, reminding this girl and so many others that it is. Knowing I helped her discover this fire was one of the most validating moments of my life because I knew I was making a difference to something that really mattered. Growing up in the high-intensity climate of Princeton, New Jersey, it's easy to get caught up in the superficiality of material achievement, but I would like to encourage the brilliant class of 2021 to view your successes and achievements not as a final destination, but as a platform to affect positive change on the lives of those around you, as it is these contributions, those directly in your control, that should determine your self-worth. And it is these contributions that you will carry with you as you move to the next phase of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. Speaking on future, Amit Bhattacharya.
Unprecedented, social distancing, asynchronous learning, hybrid. Words you probably never want to hear again. As we end the year, it's difficult to even comprehend what has happened over the last 12 to 18 months. But rather than giving an admissions officer-esque sermon about how this time enabled holistic growth, or how we all earned some hidden passions, I'd like to first focus on how uniquely this year has prepared our class for a trying future. Take staring into people's cut-off faces on Zoom, for instance. The self-control it has taken all of us to quietly listen to people's bobbling heads, yeah, that's you, Yash, will bear us in good stead for all future endeavors. Or consider how well we've been prepared for dealing with rising temperatures and global warming after being forced to wear masks outside in 90-degree weather for sports all summer. It's perfect conditioning. Think about how all of us spent countless hours working on our Common Apps and college applications, only to find out in 20 years we can rely on our connection with Eland Etheridge when he's the Prime Minister of Canada. Appreciate the amount of exercise we're able to do every time one of us walks home for a class midday, only to come back later just because we feel like it. Michelle Kang. And don't forget about the unmatched experience that is airdropping a PDF within the last minute of your project's deadline. But Ashley and Nevin know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's exactly a drill we want to practice when we work on a procrastinated senior theses in college. In all seriousness, I'm certain that our experiences at PHS have prepared us for challenges we're not fully aware of yet. Much like the strange anecdotes I just referenced, all of us have found ways to manage and continue our lives in the best ways we can. And that's a testament to how resilient this class is and how successful we will be. Whether it be our incredible academic achievements or our far-reaching efforts for a myriad of extracurricular activities, it's pretty safe to say that all of us here today are positioned for rewarding careers and incredible accomplishments. I mean, look at Richard Chi. He's going to set the world on fire. I'd also like to remind everyone of how crucial our friends and family have been for us, especially this year. I, for one, have been guilty of not always realizing how wonderful those around me have been all of my life. So I hope that today everyone takes the time to thank someone they might not have been able to otherwise. Of course, I couldn't end this speech without expressing my gratitude to the teachers and staff at PHS who worked tirelessly to make this a meaningful and memorable year for all of us. Their commitment to fostering relationships between themselves and us students has truly been unprecedented. So I hope that from now on, that word is reserved solely for occasions of equally remarkable moments in our lives. Also, shout out to Elliot, Yana, and Michelle Gerard. I probably should have fit into the speech, but I was like laughing at my own jokes too much. It was a little cringy, so I hope that's that. And thank you, everyone, and hope to see you all soon.
Thank you, Amit. Next, speaking on spirit, Yazan Muhammad.
I'm sorry about the water. I just wanted to wet my whistle in case I needed to. And before I get into it, I'm sorry, is that too loud? I just want to say thank you to everyone who made this possible today. I mean, this really is an accomplishment. So if we could please give them a big round of applause. Yeah. And it's not just the graduation today. I mean, we had all these restrictions. We still had a prom. We had a movie night. We had a cabaret night. We had a talent show. And so much more. So if we could please give a round of applause to everyone who made those possible too. And we even had a senior assassins game that was non-school affiliated. But we don't need to applaud for them because I did lose and I am petty. So, but regardless, as you might imagine, I've been thinking a lot about spirit recently, with much of that thought being devoted to school spirit. Now, one might look at our lack of vocal support for our sports teams, to put it nicely, or the relative rarity of seeing a student in school merch, and they might assume that we don't have spirit. In fact, I've actually heard many people say that we don't have spirit, but I beg to differ. Now, I'm sorry about the crumpling. Quick show of hands, how many of us came back to school in person because we missed that social environment? It's a good amount. Yeah. Okay. And how many of us came to prom and smiled and danced and had fun with our friends? I know I did. And see, that's how I'd say our spirit shines, through our commitment to our community. Now, all year I've heard people dread graduating and moving away from their friends. I've seen new friendships grow and old ones fortify. And I've felt this collective closeness in our grade in a way that's never been this strong. And I'm not saying that everyone loves everyone. You know, that's not possible, and there's even probably a few of you who might have a problem or two with me, maybe something I said or did. There was a lot of laughs there. I don't know what that was about. But despite all that, the reason why we love PHS is because we appreciate the people that it has given us. The fond memories we have of our friends will always be linked to the place that brought them to us. I know personally, I cannot disconnect the school from my friends. From all the days of us coming into the building and, being a little rowdy, or the nights where we would come back and do the same, which, by the way, the cops will be called on you if you're not careful. Not that I know anything about that. So even if you don't want to say we have spirit, we do undeniably have something special, something that kept us enthusiastic to see each other, and at the very least, made me thankful to spend the last 4 years with all of you. And still on the topic of spirit, my mom has this magnet in the bathroom that says, everything will be all right in the end, and even if it's not all right, then it's not the end. Even if it's not all right, it's not the end. And I think that's a really good quote to keep moving forward. I know a lot of you are scared about the future. I myself am as well. But I think it's important for us to keep our spirits high. And with that said, I want to say thank you to all my teachers for sticking with me and educating and supporting me. Thank you to my friends for making me feel welcome throughout my time at PHS. And thank you to my parents for raising me and for not, being too mad after I crashed the car not too long ago. And thank you to everyone else for being a part of what made my time here so wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuzan. Next up, we will have the Cats Meow performing And So It Goes. Thank you, cats meow. Good morning again, PHS seniors and families. It's wonderful to be celebrating the 2021 commencement ceremony in person. Please join me in embracing this memorable moment today. Superintendent Galasso, members of the Board of Education, administration, teachers, staff, families, and members of the community. I am honored to stand before you today and present the Princeton High School class of 2021, which is the 93rd graduating class of Princeton High School. I wish to express my sincere gratitude towards our community members, faculty, staff, assistant principals, supervisors, and our custodial and grounds crew for making this event possible. You have all given your heart and time into putting Princeton High School's commencement ceremony back in person. I would like to recognize our senior class advisor, Ms. Diana Ligas, and our retirees, Ms. Molly Murphy, Ms. Eileen Ernst, Ms. Julie Dunham, Ms. Natsko Burstra, Ms. Cheryl Severance, and Ms. Lenora Keel. Lastly, and most importantly, our parents. Education truly became a partnership this school year, and I would like to thank you for your role in navigating and supporting your students. Let's clap it up for our parents and guardians of the class of 2021. Class of 2021, this is your time. As you complete this rite of passage, remember to be present, take a breath, look around, and live in the moment. At the start of this school year, you were challenged with obstacles that no other graduating class at Princeton High School has faced and hopefully will ever face again. What is hybrid or remote instruction? Asynchronous, synchronous? How long will I need to quarantine? Let's discuss at office hours. Are we going to have sports, clubs? Will there be a prom? Our number one goal was always to keep you safe, healthy, and tried to leave you in the direction of a normal senior year. We heard you, we listened, we acted. Throughout the school year, you embodied the spirit of student voice. You responded to many changes with displeasure, but always found a way to come together and embrace change with grace. And you advocated for yourselves with fierce compassion while looking out for one another. Class of 2021, our work is done here. As leaders of tomorrow, reflect on your experiences and thrive in your next chapter. You've experienced adversity like no other and navigated this pandemic with grit and resiliency. Class of 2021, you are the class that put PHS back on track and moving forward into normalcy. As you move into that next chapter, here are some tips for tomorrow. Stand up against indifference and instead go make a difference. There's something to be said for leading a life of humility and selflessness. Lead a life rich with integrity and always be true to yourself. Be you. And show kindness and compassion to all. I'm going to leave you with a quote from one of my favorite movies, The Pursuit of Happiness. You know, some people read books. I like to watch movies. It's just what I do. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something. If you have a dream, you got to protect it. People who can't do something themselves, they want to tell you that you can't do it. You want something? Go get it, period. Class of 2021, don't let your dreams just be dreams. By the authority vested in me as acting principal of Princeton High School, It is my honor to present the Princeton High School class of 2021 to Interim Superintendent Dr. Barry Galasso.
Wow, what a wonderful morning to celebrate the amazing class of 2021. Greetings, everyone, students, family, faculty, and staff. I'm delighted to be with you on this momentous occasion. Seniors, I'm pleased to be able to share this day and proud to be here to bestow your diplomas. Your perseverance, adaptability, creativeness, and support for one another is commendable and needs to be celebrated. You kept your focus on what matters. You remained clear-headed and goal-oriented. You recognized the rest were simply distractions. You demonstrated resilience, flexibility, and resourcefulness. The skills and qualities that you now possess will serve you well as you meet life's new challenges. I am sure that you would agree with me that this success was possible through the support of your parents, extended family, and a wonderful faculty. Please join me in thanking them. You also demonstrated support for one another, and it is that I want to spend a few moments on. Working together towards common goals requires skill. It requires patience, particularly when the collaboration is stressful. It requires tolerance and respect, especially when others disagree. If it has done nothing else, this year's pandemic of loneliness has demonstrated our common humanity. We need each other. With a common goal clearly in mind, we prove that together we can change the norms of our activity, we can adapt to new circumstances, and we can preserve what is important. When you think about it, the rapid development of multiple vaccines capable of reducing the spread of COVID is an extraordinary accomplishment. One that speaks not to the strength of our medical research, but to the capacity of humans to work well together, especially when the stakes are so high. We still have a great deal of work to do to ensure that all people in our nation and around the world have proper access to vaccines. But the quality of work performed by our medical professionals informs our expectations of our leaders. It tells us what standards should be achievable if they collaborate effectively. The world community expects our leaders to solve complex problems, not seek credit or political advantage. The capacity to band together for the common good is what's most inspiring about the human potential. It means that together we can truly accomplish great things. We know that it matters that our own families are safe from COVID, but it is just as important that our neighbors throughout the world are safe as well. The knowledge that we are connected to those families in our country and world community fuels other important concerns. COVID is but one illustration that our lives are intertwined with people we may never meet, but whose humanity is as real and as important as our own. Your senior year has been marked by life-changing challenges. If you let it, it can move you to action and empower your efforts. I, for one, feel optimistic that a generation that has lived through the worst pandemic in 100 years will rise to lead our country, an interdependent world, into a period of joy and purposeful life. Congratulations on what you have achieved. By the power invested in me by the state of New Jersey, I accept the certification of Principal Jared Warren that the seniors in attendance here today have met and indeed surpassed the academic requirements necessary for the completion of high school, and that I pronounce the Princeton High School class of 2021 ready to receive their diplomas. Congratulations all.
All right, thank you, Dr. Galasso. So is everybody ready to receive your diplomas? Okay. Mr. Philippone, can I ask that you come up?
Seher Abbasi. Jacob Ackerman. Akshay Adekullivan. Santiago Albuquerque. Leo Alexandrov. Diego Alvarez Garcia. Sofia Alvarez Cabrera. Jocelyn Alvarez. Dylan Angelucci. Edward Aparicio. Chloe Ayers. Chad Murphy Babar. Andrew Michael Bayard. Adithi Balasubramanian. Hugo Robert Balavoine. David Gudiel Barias Del Cid. Jillian Catherine Kukwa Bartels Kwanzaa. Rihanna Lauren Arekwa Bartels Kwanzaa. Benjamin Baumgartner. Emily Bowser. Jared Thomas Bell. Julie Benatar. Olivia Benevento. Khalil Benjamin. Adam Berner. Torrens Wayne Bethea. Arti Bamidipati. Amit Shankar Bhattacharya. Julia Bigioni. Ron Baracci. Caroline Bischoff. Ori Christopher Belatho. Emma Grace Borden. Alex Borentane. Jacob Michael Bornstein. Taylor Borthwick. Nicholas Charles Boucher. Athena Boutros. Jax Bragg. Matthew Brinkman. Michelle Brown. Anjali Brunnemeyer. Alexis Bullock. Charlotte Rose Bird. Greta Bush. Isabella Cadeau. Louise Kauf. Raul Jesus Calvermontes Herrera. Henry Camerzel. Sawyer Wolfgang Kano. Sergio Cardona. Sergio Carrera. And now Ms. Baines will continue with the reading of the graduates.
Manuel Chaland. Iris Chang. Catherine Chang. David Chen. Kathleen Adele Christensen. Andrew Ciardella. Isabel Clayton. Laura Clever. Brendan Francis Coffey. Andre Colmenares. Harrison Conforti. George Donald Conlin. Harry Cook. Chelsea Cock. Matthew Alessio Cox. Grace Craner. Adelinas Cruz Perez. Sophia De Cruz. Nicholas Dalton. Connor Dankworth. Causer Data. Rafael Davis Matar Grandi. Melita Tatiana Del Cid. Peter Delaney. Thomas Delaney. Royston De Leon Palacios. Rebecca A. Della Roca. Andrew M. DeLuca. Elizabeth Derby. Rachel Alexandra Dewey. Skylar Olivia Diaz. Giovanna DiBianco. Daniel Riley DeLella. Isabella N. DiNatal. Cassidy Dowling. Hiba Durrani. Maha Durrani. Annie Dykstra. Mariah Rachel Ely. Amelia Emerson. August Erickson. Matthew Allen Ehrlichson. Jose Espinoza. Dana Espinoza. Arman Estegamat. Teo Estes Downs. Now Mr. Song will continue with the presentation of the graduates.
Eland Etheridge. Ainsley Elizabeth Evans. Timothy Evidente. Mats Eichmans. Phoebe Fang. Yu Cheng Fang. Luciano Fernandez. Philip Ferraro. Phoebe Frankel. Yoko Ching Franklin. Kylie Britt Frickholm. Riley Fu. Lily Jimmy Gabriello. Isabella Queenie Gaines. Thomas Gatsky. Augustin Robin George. Rose Ganassi. Malia Laurel Gildersleeve. Charlotte Gilmore. Michelle Gerard. Elias Gitterman. Peter Giddings. Gabrielle Goddard. Jordan Goddard. Kiara Goldenstern. Olivia Gomez. John Gunnell. Violeta Gonzalez Toro. Kira Rachel Graham. Michelle Granozio. Lydia Elizabeth Grabel. Charlotte Grossman. Ryan Grismala. Cecily Rose Landweber Gubser. David Guo. Ethan Guy. Brianna Guzman. Soren Halverson. Spencer Hamilton. Charles Hammett. Jacob Hannon. Allison Harmon. Tanaya Amira Robin Harris. Haley Hawes. Claire Elizabeth Heaney. Isabella Rose Heilbronn. Shoshana Henderson. Bryn Rose Hennessy. Eleanor Bowen Henry. Ethan David Hobart. Catherine Elizabeth Howard. Nate Howard. And now Ms. McAvoy will continue with the reading of our graduate names.
Carly Hubert. Marcus Huelstrunk. Sophia Huelstrunk. Fede Yariksower. Madoka Eno. Jake Bruno Eichen. Yanthe Ince. Daniel Itzler. Luke Jackson. Dennis Jafarov. Isabella Jaffe. Rashawn James. Christopher Rosario. Ruchi Gyung. Leo Calabacos. Mikyo Calabacos. Robert Kaminsky. Michelle Kang. Julia Marie Carnes. Sophia Kaufman. Eduardo Curtis Koch. Aiden Cooley.
Maya Khan. Elliot Kim. Flynn Patrick Kinney. Lucas Kirby. Anlin Kopp. Joshua Korb. Zachary Korn. Richa Kota. Adam Kraus. Hannah Kraus. Rebecca Kraus. James Currian. Amalia Kooten. Gabriella Lechetta. Rohit Lakshman. J.V. Lamb. Andrew Lambert. Andreas Lambros. Yuri Lowy. Daphne Lau. Pierre Antoine Legrand. Jack K. Lehman. Alexander Leonard. Elizabeth Leonard. Supansa Levine. Audrey Lee. Brendan Lee. Daniel Lee. Megan Lee. Simon Lee. Evan Lilienthal. Jane Lillard. Mr. Velasco will continue with the reading of the graduates.
Emma Rose Lips. Adam Lipschitz. Andy Y. Liu. Alicia Livingston. Evelyn Lopez Garcia. Sofia Lopez. Álvaro Javier López Azogue. Gilmar Lopez. Grace Eileen Lynch. Eric Ma. Adam D. McMillan. Christos Madamopoulos. Isaiah Mako. Milo Mako. Oliver Malkowski. Pierre Mamon. Ethan Mao. Gianni Mao. Catherine Eleni Martin. Elizabeth Martela. Ruchi Masruwala. Martine Masnak. Eric Mayers. Colin McCafferty. Patrick Henry McDonald. Corin Lewis McDougall. Benjamin Patrick McKeon. Charles McGrath. Thomas McGrath. Shante McLeod. Emma Noel McMahon. Yana Medvedeva. Mark M. Mina. Jasmine Merrill. Matthias Miai. Austin Jeremy McCallie. Michael Miller. Alexander Milley. Carmelina Miranda Diaz. Yazin Mohammed. Jose Morales. Chase Alexander Moran. Stefan Morel. William Morrison. Nicholas Alejandro Mota. Nevin Mato. Hanako Moulton. Sanyukta Prakash Mudakanavar. Derek Thomas Moore. Everett Edwards Murray. William Payne Murray. Faith Sarah Neo. Joseph Neiman. Kevin Normandin. James Edward Novak. William Robert Novak. Cashin O'Byrne. Leanne O'Donnell. Lila O'Kane. Rachel Elishiva Okin. Danya Rosemary Orellana. Christy Lily Orellana Linares. Colin Samuel Padulo. Victoria Grace Pagano. Dhruv Pai. Jose Palacios. And Mrs. And Mrs. Garcia will continue with the reading of the graduates.
Atman Parida. Calvin Peloso. Akira Clemente Patafio. Kaya Pennington. No problem. Congrats. Benjamin Reed Perks. Nicholas Petruso. Dylan Parker. Elena Rosemary Phillips. Ethan Parker. Charles Picard. Ian Nicholas Pompliano. Vanessa Ponce. Richard Chi. Julia Jengnan Shin. Leah Q. Sarah Rakowski. Anya D. Raju. Osvin Baudilio Ramirez Perez. Elijah Rand. Lexington Giovanni Randall. Guillaume Regnault. Jennifer Wren. Sky Reynolds. Eden Richmond. Owen Ristick. Michael Rizzi. James John Romaine IV. Aiden Rose. Daniela Rothwell. Yash Roy. Britton Claire Ruzito. McKenna Lee Ryba. Amrit Pal Sahoda. Ashwin Sanjay. Moses Elijah Santizo. Edwin Santos Gonzalez. Stella Surratt. Nathaniel Sawant. Ryan Michael Schilling. Leah Schmalt. Sophia Schreiber. Jacob Schwartz. Zane Breyer Scott. William Segura Gomez. Doraldino Serville. Florence Sethi. Isabel Sethi. Nima R. Shawa. Emily Ann Shelley. Simon James Shepard. Umkar Shetty. Amanda Shi. Joanne Shi. Ron Schwartzman. Taha Ibn Hafiz Sikder. Christopher Anthony Sockler. Ava Sunnies. Rachel Soto. Silvio Soto. Michael Spadia. Jinmi Spagnoli. Savannah Spring. And now, Ms. Giantisco will continue with the reading of the graduates.
Nina Stone. Piper Sullivan. Siddhartha Sapaya. Natasha Swindle. Ashley Tam. Rakuyo Tamada. Manuel Tejeda. Owen Tennant. Rohit Tatali. Travis Jonathan Ty. Ava Catherine Thompson. Jensen Tinave. Miles Ting. Christina Bella Tack. Colum S. Trainer. Julia Troilo. Edwin Siegel. Kylie Madison Tuholsky. Susanna Tudor. Ashley Tempowski. Richmar Valmay. Manuel Vasquez. Luis Vasquez. Roberto Villatorro Regalado. Ruby Vogue. Annie Wong. Stephanie Wang. Michael Wargo. Molly Wasserman. Alexandra Weinstein. Matthew Wheeler. Eliza White. Janaya Williams. Chase Willian. Abigail Woodbury. Sarah Woodfield. Ruby Violet Wright. Daniel Wu. Jessica Wu. Ryan Wu. Ifan Sia. Evan Xiao. Lillian Zhu. Amy Shu. Audrey Young. Shui Yin. Audrey Yu. Aurora C. Yuen. Kraylin Zacharias. Changping Zung. Alex Zhang. Brian Zhang. Julia Zhang. Zushin Chang. Alan Zhao. Chunyao Chung. Eric Zong. Eva Mien Zhu. Bridget Caroline Ziegler. Leah Ziegler. Otto Sizak III.
All right. So at this time, I'd like to have the Cats Meow come on up to perform our alma mater. And at that time, would everyone please rise? right, thank you, Cats Meow. Graduates, remain standing, please, for a socially distanced selfie, which will require for me to take about 6 or 7 pictures to capture the whole field. All right, we made it, we got it. And I combed my hair too, so I'm gonna look good, I hope. Graduates, at this time, would you please turn your tassels? Congratulations, Princeton High School class of 2021. Woo. Thank you, everyone. Be well.
graduated and